Towards the end of the 1980s, I was still using a Station Master Mark II, generic half-wave base antenna, good design, but with an exposed tuning coil. When South Pacific Radio of Queensland introduced a fully integrated or pre-tuned antenna package, I decided to give it a try, and I was already in the market for a new antenna anyway. On paper, it looked like a pretty good antenna. My configuration was simply an emulation of the ground plane antenna using a quarter-wave radials made of guy wire. With the antenna at over 30 feet in the air, it was quite a good performer. Well, life happens and hobbies get put on hold, so when the antenna next saw the light of day, it was obvious it had suffered a little over the years and the elements. Over time, the outer PVC coupling had fractured, allowing water ingress into the tuning assembly and with resulting corrosion. Thankfully, the antenna designed used off-the-shelf electrical grade components, which are still easily sourced locally. The primary O-ring was replaced with a local item, and non-toxic lubricant was used, the sort that we use for taps and whatnot. New PVC electrical coupling was installed on the main housing tube, and I used some PVC electrical glue for that as well. And the part was essentially an interference fit. A new coil element jumper cable was also installed as the old one had become degraded, and the internal assembly received a thorough clean. Once completed, the whole tuning assembly was installed in the main tube body, and the inner coupling on the primary element was secured with 3 pot rivets. It originally had only been secured with 1. Non-acidic, aluminium-friendly Celastic was used to seal the internals. A liberal amount of elbow grease and steel wool was applied to the heavily affected aluminium tubing, cleaning away the effect of years and the elements. The tip was also replaced with a protective end cap from a roll of coaxial cable. Thank you, Dick Smith's Electronics. The antenna was now ready for installation. So, how does it work? Well, that's another story. What do you think, Vincent?